Okay. Hey, Brian. How you doing? Welcome to
Excellent.
another.
How you doing, Bill?
We're kicking goals, ready to drive the bus and see what we can discover, eh?
All right. Yeah, it's an
So,
exciting night here in Wisconsin. We get to talk about some good bulls and a new program.
yeah, no, really looking forward to it. I think, yeah, welcome everyone to this is our third webinar now that we've had for St. Jacobs. Yeah, so just going to, we've got Brian Behnke with us again this evening. Thank you for, giving up your evening to come and join us to talk about the St. Jacobs product. Really excited with what we've got to offer, I think. And then later on in our presentation, we've got Jeff King from Kings-Ransom Farm who's going to join us and, tell us about his operation. And he's obviously the breeder of DREAMBIG, who's been a really successful bull for us out here. But, welcome everyone. Wherever you might be joining us from, you'll notice on the platform there, you can pop some comments in, ask some questions. We'll certainly try and answer all the questions along the way. But, Brian, let's drive this bus, eh?
All right, that sounds good. Thanks for having me here. I appreciate the opportunity to get in front of you folks and discuss a little bit about what we have going on at St. Jacobs, and let's get right into it, shall we?
Awesome.
Yeah, we've had some famous bulls at St. Jacobs through the years. Red Marker, of course, the son of Black Rose, and then we had Kite here and Dundee, obviously, and more recently, the great bull Destry and Aftershock is a bull that has been extremely successful in Australia.
Yep.
Some of the best cows that I've seen in Australia were Aftershocks. And then kind of our newest best bull with a lot of milking daughters now worldwide is Crush. And you continue to see really good second and third lactation Crush daughters, and it's kind of exciting to be a part of St. Jacobs with bulls like this.
Yeah, no, I think definitely what you're saying with the Crushes, like they just get better. Yeah, every time they carve back in, and that's one thing, they do seem to breed back well. And I suppose tonight's about finding the next bull to go on this list, really, isn't there? And I think there'll be some pretty good options as we go through. So
yeah, I think you're right. If we can add bulls to that list as equal to them or better, I think we've done a good job. But those are some of the daughters of the famous bulls. Of course, we got Aftershock up there with Mitch and Kim's cow there in the middle, and then of course down in the bottom right-hand corner is the dam of Destry, one of the greatest bulls we've had at St. Jacobs. So pretty cool stuff to be involved with St. Jacobs and to be able to bring bulls to the market that make cows like this.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's great. Yeah, when you get a picture of cows like that and you start recognizing them without having to look at the names. It's like, I know that cow. And you're on a good thing. So
you got Dundee Hezbollah up there, and of course she had a number of sons at St. Jacobs. The red cow in the middle at the bottom, that's the dam of Daniel. She's a Destry daughter.
Yeah.
She's 95. And then the other Destry there, the black cow, that's the grand dam of Addison. So she's the dam of the 96 point McCutcheon. So some really cool ways to tie it into the bulls that we've got currently.
Yeah. No, awesome. So got a slide here, Brian, Linear's choice. And I'll let you take it away, but I'm really excited about what this product line has got to offer us. I think in the next 6 months or so as it comes online, I think it'll be really exciting, really appeal to our breeders out here in Australia and probably around the world too. So
I think around the world the demand for this has been just incredible. we had some European sales managers that were asking for something a little bit different than they were having offered from ABS or St. Jacobs. It kind of was a little bit kind of right in the middle. And right in the middle, I mean that we get the best of both worlds. We get really functional type, making medium-sized cows with correct rumps, correct legs, and correct teat size to go along with the really good production and health traits that they bring from the ABS side. And so what we end up with is, bulls that are going to sire, roughly 1,000, 1,100 pounds of milk with positive components. They'll have, kind of 800 to 900 net merit. They'll be over 2,800 or close to that on TPI. But then when you look at their linear, they've got a right-hand linear. And so I think it's going to make cows that fit into a lot of operations, that don't have any major problems or faults, can live a long time and breed back and really make that no-nonsense quality kind of cow.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So I've touched on this. So they're right-hand linear, they're medium size, positive production, no health trait problems, but also no haplotypes. That was a big thing coming from the sales managers that they were hearing. Let's just have a line that has no HH5, no HH2, and so that's what we've been focusing on. So we've got the right-hand linear, and this is one of the bulls that we've got. They'll be between 0.5 and 2 on stature. They'll be greater than 0.5 on strength and body depth to make that nice, correct size cow. This is one of the bulls, 1,200 of milk. See the really good components. I like the fact that not only with a fat component, we also have really good protein component on this this bull, and you see net merit and TPI are pretty well off. And then no major health trait problems. We try to keep them plus on DPR, but we do accept them a little bit below 0. We like them to be calving ease. Most of them will be under 2.5. A lot of them are right down around 2. One of the things that I've been following a lot more closely here lately is the cow conception rate. And that's really a little bit different than the DPR. Cow conception rate is when you decide to put semen in her, will she get pregnant? And you'll see a little bit of variation between DPR and cow conception. Obviously, cow conception does affect DPR, but DPR is greatly affected by the timing when you decide to breed her, how many days in milk she is. So really trying to make no-nonsense, trouble-free cows. We have 5 bulls in stud currently that are linear choice, and this is what their average is. So you can see that they're making correct size cows that can fit a lot of different environments. Just over a point on stature. They've got some strength and depth to them, and I like to see that balance where you're kind of within a half a point strength, within a half a point of stature. So your cows don't get tall and narrow. They got a little substance to them.
Yeah.
You can see that the leg side view at 0.3. So they got a little bit of set. Actually, that's about as perfect a leg as you can get. And you'll see that teat length is at plus 0.49. And then you get the good production that goes with it.
Yeah, awesome. No, and I think, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but the longer I float around in this industry in different jobs, the more extreme we get on either end of the spectrum, I think, we tend to run into trouble. And I think, this balance concept is something that we really need to be focusing on. And I think it'll deliver well for the industry. So
I think you're right. I think if we get back to making consistent cows one after another, I think that uniformity will breed true, and you'll have, I think, an easier time managing a whole herd of cows if they're
yeah,
pretty uniform. So
for
I
sure.
think this program can do that. So again, linear choice. Look for that logo. Right-hand linear. They're going to make correct medium-sized cows that have really good production and components, no major health trait problems, and no haplotypes.
Yeah, for sure. And I think for our Australian audience, we've certainly gone through, looked at these linear choice bulls, flagged the ones that we think will suit the Australian market, and as soon as Brian releases a product, we're keen to
Yeah,
go bang. So certainly something to keep our eyes out for in the next little while. So pretty
right.
exciting thing.
I'm hoping to be able to release in August, but don't hold me to that because it's a biological creature that's making the product, and sometimes they don't cooperate as well as we would like them to.
Very good. Awesome.
Yeah. So we've got
All right.
a handful of bulls to talk to you about tonight.
Yep. So obviously from our, for want of a better word, maybe a traditional St. Jacobs lineup here. There's some bulls that people will be familiar with. I think we'll talk about Fitter's Choice,
Yep.
Showtime, and some new bulls as well. So let's crack in and see what we
You bet.
can.
So Fitter's Choice is the first bull that we'll talk about tonight. He is the highest type, udder, and foot and leg combined bull in the breed. In fact,
Yeah,
there's nobody close to him. He's going to make them tall, long, deep. The first calves over here are about 7 months old now, and they're healthy, aggressive, vigorous, long-necked, stronger made calves that people have been pretty happy with. I can kind of tell that people have been satisfied with the calves when sales start to go up again after the calves
yeah,
are born, and that's happening with Fitter's Choice.
yeah. No, definitely. I think I was out the other day and saw some and it was only a baby calf, maybe 2-3 days old, and it was it was a standout calf. You just love the length, and for a baby calf, just love the rib that it's already going to have. It's just like that calf is going to make into something really,
Yeah,
really special. Like they're made pretty good. So
and I like the opportunity that this bull has. His sire is crushable, and I've been around a little bit, and I don't know the last time I saw a bull that consistently put on udders like crushable. Like
yeah,
just incredible venation, great height and width, long, smooth forudders. I thought it's a really good cross on a king doc. And it looks, to me, it looks like it worked really well on this family.
yeah, for sure. And this, you mentioned the cow family. Like this is one of those powerhouse cow families at the minute that's just churning out good ones, whether they're males, females, anyone that gets on a social media platform is, there's another, whatever we want to call them, out of the halos or the hennas
Yeah.
or whatever. There's another one, and she's good. And
Yeah.
there's another.
So it's pretty interesting when you've got Mogul Hanker, who was Holstein International Cow of the Year 2 years ago, and Man O' Man Halo, who was Holstein International Cow of the Year 3 years ago. And then you've got Snow and Denise's Delia back there as the 10th dam, and she was just voted Holstein International's brood cow of forever. So incredible cow family, and a kind of a nice modern sire stack that
Yeah,
is going to bring you production He's going to bring you type. He's going to bring you incredible udders.
Yeah.
When they're over 4 points on fore udder and then height and width the rear udder, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah. No, and he's been a bull that basically since day one he's been right at the top of the rankings, hasn't he? And just holding his place.
Yep. Yeah. In fact, this last proof round was the first time that he dropped in PTAT. He had been at 4.40 and he dropped to 4.37. But for the previous year and a half, he had gone up on every summary. So, and I had not seen that happen before. So, just testament to a great bull that they're able to stay that solid and consistent. Awesome. So on the screen here, we've got Mogul Hanker and some of her daughters, and I don't know, what is their bill? 30 some very good and excellent daughters of the cow already. Yeah. Just a great transmitting family, obviously.
Yeah, for sure. And that's a good a progeny group as you're ever going to find, isn't it? So
yeah, and I like how similar they are. They're long fore-uddered cows. They've got kind of the correct angle to the hock, but they're all long neck, clean and dairy.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Allegiant P, bull that we launched. Was it our first webinar or our second webinar now? But
I think the second one, Bill.
Yeah. And speaking to people the other day, there's some calves on the ground out here. People are liking what they've got there. So no, he's an interesting bull, and I just really love the cow that he's out of. I'm sure we'll talk about her in a minute. But
right. This bull has some really good things he brings to the table. Obviously polled and red carrier, but A2 has no major health trait problems, and then does some things that we kind of need in the breed right now. He'll pull the pins down, gives you a little set to the hock, and they're not crazy short, tiny teats. So a bull that's going to fit a lot of markets.
Yeah, for sure. And I think, polled is one of those things that's just, becoming more and more important in the industry over time. So I think it's a good thing to have in there. So,
So 2 of the bulls from this family we've had here in the last few years. Atmosphere was a Jacoby, and that's a full sister to the second dam of Allegiant P. And the Atmospheres are impressive cows, got some strength to them in front end and milk really well. And then the other one is Angler, and Angler is out of actually another brother to the Jacoby, the second dam here. And, they're big, strong 2-year-olds that milk like crazy.
Yeah.
He's over 1,700 pounds of milk and really gets it done easily. I'm actually looking to see his proof go up a little bit here next week. But so a cow family that's been consistently making solid bulls, particularly for the St. Jacobs lineup.
Awesome.
That's the picture I think you like, Bill.
When you look at the bull that his proof says he's got the width, and you see the pictures of this cow and she's got the width, but then you look at that picture and just that beautiful texture. She's so clean in the thigh, she's clean down through the hock. That's when I saw that picture up on Facebook when the guys at Brabantdale posted it, I was like, hey, that's my kind of cow. That's
all quality.
Got the cleanness and
But you can see on the linear there that you're going to get a tall dairy, angular kind of a cow. Pins are going to be down, a little bit of set to the hock, but obviously tremendous rear udder height, width, and good fore udder as well. So that's Allegiant P. And then on to one of my favorite bulls. Bill,
it's probably going to be the last. I should have worn a black armband today or something, but Yeah, probably going to be the last time we'll be able to talk about radio, I suppose. Certainly in this context.
Well,
Anyway,
on a webinar where we're trying to sell semen.
True.
We're
He
going to
might
be
be up
talking.
on that list of famous St. Jacobs bulls that we put up at the start.
Yeah, I think my recollection is he's going to be there.
Yeah.
I love the daughters. I've got 23 of them here. We sold our milking cows a year ago, but I had used them heavily. Our oldest one is due to calve here in a month. And honestly, if we took a picture of her, you could lay it right over the picture of this bull. Not only are her physical characteristics the same as this bull, like she's hard topped, balanced, she's long framed, stylish, but she also matches the color markings as well.
Yeah, well, that's good. And he's still, one of the bulls that when he first came out, he was really unique in that he had that higher type, still had the positive DPR, good milk production, and he's still there. He's still got it, and there's very few like him in the industry. So
still there, 900 of milk and plus one on DPR and calving ease, and that's something that as I've grown older, I've come to appreciate. That I don't have to go and pull any of the calves by radio.
Yeah.
So this is what I'm seeing. These radio daughters are just incredible. They have style. They have the balance. You'll notice the one in the upper left-hand corner there. I think she's homegrown there in Australia.
Yep. She's she was intermediate champion here at Dairy Week. Owned by Jake and Beck Fisher, just out of Kyabram there. So, and she's a really sweet sort of calf. And as you said, got that hard top, great rib to a great, fore and rear rib. Just a really, really good young
striking calf that looks to me like she'll make a cow.
Yep, for sure.
Yep, got enough strength to jaw and.
Yeah, and I think Brian, you were saying the other day that obviously the radio's mother there in the middle has gone to 93 points now.
93, now 93, yep. She'd had a set of twins there a year and a half ago, and she's come back and calved again and recently went 93. And they don't know if they're going to calve her again. They're just going to make babies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think, too, you were saying that it seems like, she's breeding on pretty well. I think Radio's sister was 88 points, you were saying as well. So
exactly, yes. There's Radio's full sister at Morning View is 88 with an excellent udder. And then there's another full sister that's at RJR Holsteins, Dan Ryder at Piasta, Iowa. And she's only 85 as a 2-year-old, but is calved again. And, in the U.S., they can go up to 92 on their second calf, and I think she'll be 90 or 91. And then just so happened that the best calf I saw that day at Riders was the daughter of Radio's full sister. So
awesome. Yeah.
I love the family, and obviously I love the daughters of Radio, and I think he's one of the best breeding bulls that we've had.
Yeah, for sure. He'll definitely be on that front slide before too long. Well, if I hadn't sold my house, I'd gamble it, but yeah. Okay, so we do have a very limited amount of Radio Sex semen left, being 190 units that we're going to offer via auction today. So when the webinar is finished, there'll be a link will come up in the comment in the chat section of the platform that people are looking at, and they'll be able to click through that. But we can just go a run through for people, just how to go to the radio silent auction. I think we need the other.
Need the other one, yeah.
Wrong screen. One moment. Just need the other tab there. That'll be the one.
There we go.
So, yep. The last of RADIO Sexcel. So, as I said, only 190 Sexcel straws left. And yeah, this will be your chance to, get in on those last few units. So, if we scroll down on this one, it is fairly easy to use. So you just put in your bid, how many straws you're after. So go 25, and a price will go $85. And we do have to put in the cents. I don't know. I don't design web pages, but if you don't put the cents in, it won't work. So that becomes your bid, and then if obviously we go to the next page, and that just captures some details, which will okay. That's because we're not live. I think. Please resubmit. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, and there we go. We can put in obviously a name, first name, and number, and how it'll work. Yeah, well, if your bid for 25 units at 85 was the highest bid, you'll get your 25 units, and then we'll go back, and that'll 190 minus 25 is, help me out, Brian,
165.
165, and then we'll go through in the next highest group and just tell we've sold the 190 units. So but any stage if you want to get on there and if you're having troubles, give myself or anyone else on the ABS team here a call, and we'll be able to help you step through it. So don't contact Brian. He's probably gonna.
Yeah, I'll be sleeping.
Snooze. Yeah, you'll just wake up tomorrow morning and see what the results were. So, but no, I think that's pretty exciting. Like we deliberately kept that little bit. We thought it'd be a nice thing to be able to offer on the webinar here today. So.
Yeah, it's too bad that we lost the bull there this past summer. He had injured a hind leg, and we were able to save him and get him so that he could walk and get to the ring, but was not able to mount. And we did collect a little bit of semen, but it was not good enough quality. So that was disappointing. But there's a lot of radio daughters around the world as fertility was good, and the quality of the radios are just incredible. So have at it and bid with confidence.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Been there. Oh, this is Brian's holiday snaps. No, new release bull. So we have, had a little bit of him arrive in Australia already. Conventionals here. Sexed on the bull called the Alps. And I think you were talking just before we got online, Brian, that, this bull's mother has been raised in score and all, but I'll let you. I'm probably jumping in, getting too excited.
Well, the Alps is a really interesting bull. A Tropic Sun from an 88-point 2-year-old King Doc, and that's her there. Her name's Ashley. Ashley's sister was just intermediate champion at Expo Bull here last week. Tremendous uddered cow. Incidentally sired by Crushable. Not my bull, but a bull that makes really good udders. So remember that when you're thinking about Fitter's Choice. It ties all together. So Ashley, tremendous cow in her own right, 88 points. Her dam is a Monterey that last week got raised in classification to 94 with a 95-point udder. So obviously we like the cow family a lot. This bull is the only bull and the first that I've bought from France. The country of France had not had a bull in St. Jacobs, and this bull came along, and after I saw the picture of the mother, I jumped at the opportunity.
Yeah.
I really like the breakdown of the bull. He's got 800 of milk. He's got good components. He's calving knees. He doesn't have any serious health trait problems. And then you get to his linear, and just a solid bull. And I think he's going to make show stuff. I really do.
Yeah.
I think that quality of the dam is going to come through, and just tremendous linear here. And I'm excited. Now, the bad thing for me is I can't get semen into the U.S. or Canada.
Well, that's bad for you. Good for us, I see.
Yep. So, yeah, there'll be plenty of semen. He's a good semen producer. St. Jacob's biggest market can't get him. The bull is in the UK making semen, and you should be able. Yeah, you should have conventional and sex.
Yep. So yeah, the conventionals here, ready to go, and Sexter's qualified for Australia and be in our next shipment, which is due early mid-April. So
okay,
yeah,
good deal.
Not really.
I've been able to see this cow in person, but I got really excited when I saw Radio's dam. Like, she is a cow that you won't ever forget.
Yeah.
And to me, this cow is cut in the same cloth.
Yeah, no, she's really nice. And I jumped on when you did a webinar for the French guys. And I don't speak a word of French and don't even pretend to know what they were talking about. But they were excited, when this, you were talking about this bull and this cow, and obviously a bit of national pride and all. But
certainly,
certainly, I think really exciting option that we've been able to bring into the lineup this year. So
you bet.
Showtime, Shakira. That is an awesome cow. Doesn't matter. You look at, she's probably been the most photographed cow, and it doesn't matter, if
what angle.
Every
angle's good.
Every angle's good. You don't even have to be a good photographer to take it. Yeah, you see people's happy snaps from the show ring, and it's just like, that's an awesome cow.
Yeah,
she's
definitely special. And Showtime is the only son of hers that's in AI.
Yeah,
other people are trying to make them right now, but we've got one, and he's by Excalibur. Go ahead, Bill.
And I say we've got the Showtime calves on the ground in places. So
my neighbor's got 8 of them. So we didn't release him early, but my neighbor and John Erbson, 2 different farms, had really good cows, red cows, that they wanted to flush to Showtime. And so I got them the very first doses that were made. Those calves were born in December, and they are big, white, speckled, strong, long, wide-rumped, wide-pinned calves.
Yeah.
Now, they tell me that they're not stylish in the fact that you're probably not going to run them to the big show and think you've got a chance to win. They're stylish in the fact that they're long-framed and long-necked, and you look at them and you think, oh my God, is she going to turn into a cow? But it is that Apple family, Altitude family, Shakira family, whatever name you want to put on it. You generally don't see them out as heifers.
Yeah.
But you remember them when they're cows.
Yeah, so, for sure. Yeah.
And this bull is sticky. He gets things pregnant. Just tremendous cows. You've seen all these pictures before with Shakira there, and then her dam in the upper right-hand corner there, Snapple, 96 points in her own right, out of Apple, one of the greatest brood cows of all time. 96 points and hundreds of daughters that are very good or excellent. And then the next dam's 95 and the next dam's 93. So,
not often you get a pedigree stacks up like that, is it? So
no. And what a great opportunity for us to be able to market something out of Shakira.
Yeah, no, really, really excited to start to see the first calves on the ground. And I got off the phone to someone this morning and said he seemed to be really sticky for them. They got a lot of pregnancies on the way, so we're pretty excited to see how they turn out. So
to me, it's kind of interesting. My neighbor that milked 60 cows called and said that he had already used. He first bought his semen in October after World Dairy Expo, and he said, I've already used 30 units in my 60 cow herd, and I want to continue to use him.
well, that's it's certainly a bull that's making his mark. So
yeah, and a really, really solid bull that's got a really kind of a cool story.
Yeah.
Rolex, 1,000 of milk, no bad health traits. He's got correct rumps, correct legs, correct teat size. He's under 3 for stature. All those good things go with Rolex. And is he released in Australia now, or are these the very first units?
Yeah, so the first units I think will come in our next US shipment. So
okay, all right.
Yeah. So and I interested in your comment there. Ideal robot teat placement, and quite often when people talk about bulls that are ideal for robots, we're getting bulls that are 0 or negative on that udder cleft, and really bad teat placement, and it's kind of like, oh well, this is a robot cow. But I think when we look at this bull's linear, you'll see why he says
Yeah, when you look at his linear, they're 0.88 close, and you've got good cleft at 1.98. And that's what I call a good robot udder, because the teat placement is not too close, and they're not tiny short teats. So that's what I mean. But I know you're right, Bill. There's some people that think that robot teat placement is round on the bottom of the udder and tits on the outside, and that's not really what we want.
But
so this is the family behind Rolex. He's sired by Aurora Mitchell, and Aurora Mitchell is a proven bull here. Most of his first daughters are in Europe, but he's of the proven bulls in the industry. I think he's in the top 25 or something. Like, he's got a really solid production type and health traits, and I like the bull because he gives you a little more strength and width. The dam is pictured here. She's a King Royal daughter. She's 84 with an 86 udder as a 2-year-old in Canada. She's calved again now. About a month ago, she had a little bit of a difficult calving, having a set of twins, but she's off and going. And the snapshots that I saw of her the week that she calved, she has massed out. She will not be good plus much longer. Really a terrific cow. My interesting story about this is I was selecting for our county sale, and I got this calf from Tom Schmidt, July born, some yearling, off age, not quite big enough to go to the show ring, but a really nice, correct heifer that was about 2,600 TPI with no holes. And I told people that this was the most valuable heifer in the sale, and she was going to put bulls in AI. And people didn't believe me. She brought $850. Like, I was disgusted. But she went to a young guy in Ontario, Canada, Tony Van Lith, and he flushed her to Morand and another bull and bred her to Mitchell. And this bull checked the boxes for me. lots of really good things, and he's kind of laughing all the way to the bank, because I did pay him royalties on this, and we started selling this bull in France 2 months ago, and sales are quite good.
Probably the best $850 ever spent. So
yeah, I think so.
yeah,
But
and
backed by the Roxys, it's
yeah,
tried and true cow family. So there's the linear again. So not crazy tall, but gives you a little bit of strength with it. Not crazy high pins. Got a little set to the hock, and not short-titted. So
yeah,
I think an opportunity, a really good bull to get this kind of linear with over 1,000 pounds of milk.
yeah. No, I think we're certainly excited to bring him out. He's a bull that, the more you look at him, you get more excited. It's just a hard bull to pull apart. So,
and now we've got a special guest.
Change of pace, because Jeff King. Welcome, Jeff. Certainly to our webinar this evening. Jeff's joining us from New York. Certainly thank him for making himself available to come and talk to us tonight. I think he's got a really interesting story to tell. When Brian suggested that we have Jeff on, I, as you do these days to find out about anything, punched it into Google, and there's a really nice video that Jeff did with Holstein USA, and speaks really well. Very interesting man that I think has got a great story to tell. So welcome, Jeff. And I suppose if you'd like to kick us off, tell us a little bit about yourself, your operation. And
you're on mute, Jeff. Oh, there you go.
Am I off
mute
now?
You're good. Yep, you're good.
Here we go. Bill, thanks again. It's a pleasure to join everybody tonight. It'd be more fun to all be sitting in a room so I could meet everyone. But anyway, it's certainly an honor. So to tell everybody a little bit about myself and my family and our dairy. I'm one of four brothers, and actually one other brother and myself are the current owners of our farm. We milk about 1,000 cows, all registered Holsteins, and family's been farming right here for over 120 years. We currently, like I said, milk about 1,000 cows. We focus a little bit on two different things. We focus on some cattle with higher type combined with good production. And we also focus on some higher net merit and GTPI cattle as well. We crop about 3,000 acres, milk our cows 3 times a day. We run a very active IVF and flushing program. We house some donors for other folks, and about on a weekly basis, we'll run about 60 animals through the IVF chute every week. That's for myself and for some other folks. A little bit about our herd. We obviously we do a lot of IVF work. 80 to 90% of our virgin heifers and first lactation animals would get embryos. And we just focus on the very best females in our herd, the very best cow families. And we're looking to produce not only future herd members, but also bulls for AI. Another aspect that you saw in the picture there was a bottle of some chocolate milk. For a little over 5 years, my family, we've actually been in the milk marketing business for about 10, direct marketing milk to customers. And for about 5 years, we've been producing our own product. And so we built a milk processing plant on our farm, bottling all sizes of milk and flavors. We sell that through a variety of outlets. We do home delivery, door to door. We also sell in some restaurants and smaller stores. And more recently, we've gotten into a number of supermarkets with our product. We also have opened an ice cream parlor on our farm, which has become fairly popular in the local area. We produce almost 100 flavors of homemade ice cream, all that's made right here on the farm. And so we get a nice local flow of some local people, especially we're open year round, but certainly during the summer, it's a popular little local spot for some ice cream. So in our dairy, we produce our own bottled milk, we produce ice cream, and we also make some yogurt for another company. So that's kind of about us in a nutshell.
So
Jeff, I'd say you're pretty busy.
Yeah, I was just going to say you're probably not,
days.
sitting around watching the grass grow. So
there are days that we might be a little bit busy, but the thing is, both my brother, his wife, and my wife are involved in the farm. We've got younger kids, and my oldest son will be coming back to the farm from college here in another 3 or 4 months. So we're really excited about that. And we've got a tremendous staff of people that work with us, that really talented people that we rely on, and they're the engine that makes everything go.
Awesome.
I think that's in most operations, talented people surrounding everything that make it all work and make it successful. Yep.
You're absolutely right. We would be lost without them. And there are so many times when I realize, I realize that those people that are working for me are more talented than me, and I just get out of their way and let them roll. So real fortunate.
So you've hired right.
We certainly have. Yep, we've learned a little bit over the years, but we've been able to keep a hold of some of those people and have some really long tenured people. So that's huge.
Great.
Yep.
Awesome. Very good. And I suppose you've got a cow pictured as your background there, Jeff. Certainly, dream big for us that you've bred has been a really outstanding bull for us here in Australia. I think talking to a few of the most important people on farms out here, that being the calf rearers, as you just said, like great calves to rear. They're up and going from day one, and some really stylish calves in there too. But we might let you tell us a little bit more about the cow family. Why you bred, I suppose, and the thing that really interests me is, the size stack of Dream Big, Samaritan, Granite, Delta. That's probably not a conventional type of pedigree, but it sure works, and we're really impressed with what we've seen out here. So.
For sure. The cow family has been, for a long time, one of our top 3 performing cow families. And they've been absolutely tremendous for us over the years. If you can reach, I don't even know how many generations back, but it was a really, strong breeding family for Pencoal Farms in Pennsylvania. And I got involved in the family. If you see in these 3 cows pictured here, the third cow on the lower right would be Dorsey Dextra. She was a daughter of Dorsey. And at the time when she was a heifer, she was one of the top 2 or 3 GTPI heifers in the breed. And we used Dorsey early on. We really just loved our Dorsey daughters, and we ended up with 4 or 5 different 94-point Dorsey daughters in our herd. But anyway, I think it's interesting to follow the breeding here a little bit because some of the most successful cow families for me have been cow families where we've included a blend of really high genomic, high GTPI and net merit cattle, and then we've blended some type back in there. Excuse me. Sorry about that. And so Dorsey Dextra had a few daughters by Doorman. So the upper right-hand corner would be her 94-point daughter by Doorman. We blended some type back in there, and the Doorman made a number of very successful daughters for us, including the larger picture there, who would be Delta Destiny. And Delta Destiny would be the cow in the picture behind me. Delta Destiny was a tremendous brood cow for us, made a number of exceptional daughters. She was 92 points, and as Brian mentioned, second calvers can become a maximum of 92. She became 92 as a second calver, and unfortunately, we lost her in later on in her second lactation. I've got no doubt she would have been a much higher scoring cow. She was a real tremendous individual. But luckily, we did make a number of daughters from her through embryo transfer when she was young. And of course, the dam here of the Granite Dandy cow is the dam of DreamBig. It's unfortunate this picture of Granite Dandy does not do this cow justice whatsoever. She is fresh here with her third calf about 4 months ago. She's milking tremendously well. And I wrote down she just had 100, I don't have this translated, but it's 132 pounds of milk with 5.2 butterfat. And that's at about 4 months fresh. We're going to be rescoring this cow soon, and I would anticipate her to get at least 2, if not maybe 3 points on this next score. She really looks great, and we're getting ready to make some embryos out of some people that have seen the cow and are familiar with DreamBig, and so the family is certainly in demand.
Yeah. Is that about 62 kilos? 60 to 62 kilos, somewhere in there?
Yeah, I'll take your word for it.
I mean, that's a tremendous cow.
Yeah. If I was going to...
I love the...
Go ahead.
I love the power she's got. The strength and the substance to her front leg bone, and just that strong jaw and the big muzzle. To me, that we need a little bit more of that right now, especially in the high type cows, to bring a little more substance back in. I understand that she'll be higher scored, but I didn't mind seeing this photo of her when she was a 2-year-old. I was like, that's my kind of cow.
Yeah, that's for sure. And I think you'd really love to see her now. So what I would describe, the family really produces tremendous balance, and tremendous balance to the female offspring. This cow is not an extremely tall cow. She's probably 60 to 61 inches tall, but she's got tremendous width, much more depth than she has here in the picture now. And for a really strong cow, she also has a lot of dairy quality. So udder looks great, and we're just really excited. As far as DreamBig goes, I think I have about 15 daughters on the ground now, and they're all young, but we've genomic tested a lot of them, and we're quite excited with what we've got, and we've got quite a few more coming as well.
Yeah, no, I think we've seen, I don't know, a lot of DreamBig daughters out here, and they just, like we've been saying, they've got that power through the front end that we've been looking for, but they just got so much length as well, and beautiful long, clean dairy neck, great dairy bone, and you just go, these are pretty, they're really good calves. And they'll be coming up to mating age, and I suppose that's the next $1 million question, isn't it? What are we going to join all our DreamBigs to? So,
and that's a question I really hadn't considered. I had made sure that I had my ducks in a row on radio, and there's a lot of radio heifers that are, old enough to breed now, and I bred all of my first radio heifers to DreamBig. The first DreamBig heifer out of a radio will be born here in about a month. I'm thinking, One of the bulls that's not on our special here tonight that I absolutely love is Summerfest, the King Doc out of McCutcheon Summer. And they're really, really balanced cattle. And he brings you some milk with good components and doesn't hurt you on health traits. And I just think the overall balance of these Dream Big calves, and calves that got some heart and chest to them, I think Summerfest might not be a bad mating if you're not worried about chasing GTPI.
I would agree with you, Brian. I like the Summerfest calves that I've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, there's going to be some really good show winners coming out of the Summerfest in the next little while. One would think, certainly, if that's the game that you're in, he's certainly a bull to be looking at. So,
yeah. But you could probably use a bull like the Alps here, because I think that the Dream Bigs have enough power. And when I see the Alps' dam, she looks like she's incredibly feminine and dairy, and so I always tend to lean to protect a little bit against the obvious things. So maybe the Alps would be a good cross on the Dream Big calves too.
Hey, I think that's possible. When you're able to send some of that Alps semen to the U.S., you let me know.
Yeah. Yeah, due to that thing called Schmallenbergs, that won't ever happen. Not unless the political parties get involved and change things. But
you've got connections, don't you, Brian?
Yeah, no, I don't.
Very
well, Jeff, I certainly appreciate you coming on and talking to us about the cow family and your operation. I think it's just fascinating to hear 1,000 cows and you're processing milk and ice cream and yogurt and you've got your own store. I think someday I'm going to make it out there. ABS hasn't had me traveling at all for 2 years now, and I'm going to break the chains off here pretty soon, and I'm going to come to New York. I want to spend a little time with you and get to know the family and see the cows and the processing. I think that's that to me, that's fascinating.
Hey, for sure. We would certainly love to have you, Brian, anytime. And hey, anybody out there that's watching, if you make it to New York, we'd love to have you visit. So,
what's the best time of the year to come to New York for the Australians?
Maybe during their winter. Our summer is we've got a great little tourist town near us. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous area to visit during the summer.
All right.
But any time of the year, we're open. The good news is we serve ice cream year round. So
there we go.
You can have ice cream whether it's hot or cold out.
Awesome. And the most important question is what's the best flavor? Ice cream.
It all depends. We've got a flavor that's got a lot of peanut butter in it, and we call it PBOMG. And
oh my God.
Yes, exactly. And if you like peanut butter, which is one of my favorites, that's one of our most popular. But we've got a few popular ones, and the good news is usually if I get visitors in, they get a little bit of free ice cream as much as they want. So.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. I better check if my passport hasn't expired.
Yeah. You're going to have to check that out, right?
Yeah.
Very good. Thanks again, Jeff. We really
Hey, thanks for having me, guys. It's really been a pleasure.
Thanks very much. Awesome. Okay. Well, Brian, I reckon we're probably getting towards the end of our webinar, but as they say in the classics, there's no such thing as a free lunch. So we do have our flash sale again. That'll run for 24 hours at the conclusion of the webinar. So for people to be able to access it, we're going to post the link in the comments section. But we might just step people through the portal just so that they're comfortable to go through and place any orders. Just a reminder, I think there's a few people on from overseas, so these specials only apply to Australian customers. Certainly, if you want to talk to ABS reps wherever you are in the world, I'm sure they'll be happy to help you out. So, but it's fairly simple to use our portal. Obviously, we need a name so that we know who's buying the product, an email address. Let's put it in here. And then we've got a drop-down menu here. We'll have either your ABS Australia rep or one of the resellers that we work with throughout the country. So you can just pick whoever you want from there. If you're not sure, probably just pick your ABS rep that you're familiar with, and you can, we'll be able to sort it out from there. So, obviously optional box there for account numbers. If you don't know that, don't worry about it. We can work all that out later on. And then once we've put those details in, we go to the fun page where we've got all our specials. There is a little video at the top there, message from Brian, just telling us, obviously how to use the portal. So you can click on that if you've got any questions.
If you want to laugh at me,
if you want to laugh, we've got to put some comedy in somewhere. So, we've got our conventional bulls listed at the top there. And then if you scroll down, if you're looking for the Sexcel options, they're there. And the two jersey options as well. Dexter, who's a New Jersey offering from St. Jacobs, and Rockwell, who we've had for a couple of years, both available in Sexton conventional. But we'll just grab some conventional Dream Big, since we've been talking about the bull all day. And so you click on the bull, enter in the number of units that you're after. So we'll grab 25. That's awesome. Click continue. And then you'll see this comes up, success, Dream Big updated for 25 units. Yep, at the top there. And then we go to view selected, which will show us the order that we've placed. Gives you a total value. If you're happy with that, you can click confirm order. If you want to buy some more, you can click back and go back and add some Sex Dream Big, but we'll just confirm the order there. If we click that one, and it says thank you. And then we do have a free lunch after all. So any order over 25 units, we've got a really nice winter jacket, obviously heading into winter down here. So an ABS and Jacobs jacket. And if you just click on your size, I won't lie to anyone and try and pick a medium or something. Those days are long gone.
Yeah, I'll need a little bit bigger than that. Yeah.
So you can just click your size there, and should be all good. So click through. So like we said before, any questions, just get in touch with myself or any of the other ABS team. More than happy to step you through that part of it. Let's check if there's any other questions for Brian. Looks like they're letting you off easy tonight. So
maybe people are waiting until the end. Maybe they've got some comments or that they'd like to make now.
Yeah, I might shoot something through, but no, I think we've covered all we set out to talk about tonight. Really excited to be able to bring the Alps and Rolex to the market. As I said, Fitter's Choice has been a great bull for us. Really liking the calves that we're seeing on the ground. We have got the last 190 units of Sex Radio. And as we
Right.
touched on,
And that
just-
the sext is just in the auction, and now there is some conventional that is on the order portal here in the flash sale.
correct. Yeah,
But not many of that either. Is there like 500 units of that?
500. Yep. So,
Okay.
yep. That's
then
what
the
I'm
oth-
watching for the bits that I forget.
Yep. And then the other one of the bulls that's on the special that we didn't talk about tonight is Cheers, Milk Source Cheers, and he also has a limited amount of semen.
Yes. Yep.
He's a bull with a unique AAA. The daughters are about 2 months from calving now at my place, and I think I've got some of the earliest ones. But I think there's not many units that you've got there in Australia.
Yep. Only 140 odd, I think, from memory. So yeah,
Okay.
a little bit there. So no, certainly get online, have a look at those options there, and we'll put your order in, and we'll give you the free lunch or the free jacket as well. So
very good.
No, excellent. Well, Brian,
Bill, I sure appreciate you hosting me tonight, Bill. I always enjoy getting in front of the Australian market. I'm really looking forward to coming down to Australia again. I've enjoyed my 3 trips that I've had down there during International Dairy Week and being able to travel the country a little bit. So I look forward to doing that again and meeting some of you that are on board with us tonight.
No, appreciate that. Thanks very much, Brian. We're certainly hoping we can have you back down here sooner rather than later, or we might even, head your way. So you never know what'll happen. So
that's right.
Again, thanks for joining us, everyone. I hope you had a great afternoon. Learned something along the way. Again, thanks to Jeff for all his input. Really appreciate it. And we'll, be in touch if you got any questions. Otherwise, we'll see you out on the road somewhere.
Take care, everybody. Bye now.
Thanks, man.